everyone and welcome back. So today's video is going to be my September favourites. I'm filming this a little bit early, a couple of days early, just because my mum is going to be here with us on the weekend, which is normally my filming weekend. So I'm filming this a couple of days early, but I hope you guys don't mind. The things that I put in here probably weren't going to change in the next few days, so I thought I would film it today while she actually isn't here. If you guys want to see the things that I absolutely loved and the things that I wasn't a fan of for the month of September, then just keep watching. So the first thing I wanted to mention was my birthday. My 20th birthday was September 10. It was Monday, September 10, and yes, I turned 20, so of course that was a favourite. I really didn't do much, but I turned 20, I'm officially out of my teenage years, so I'm super happy with that. And the second thing was actually my Maitland jail trip, my tour, which was my previous vlog. I will link it down below if you guys are interested. It's not too long, doesn't go too much in depth, but I also didn't want to be filming other people and things like that. So I just did a very quick vlog, but that was amazing. It was absolutely enjoyable. I would do that like every week if I could, because I think it's amazing. I love learning about that stuff, and I love looking at like abandoned buildings. Like the building is, they're no longer using it as a jail, it's just a tourist attraction, but they're maintaining it to the point where it's not falling apart, but they're also leaving it be type of thing. So I thought it was really good. I have done that tour 3 times now, and I think it's amazing. I have now seen that tour. I've done a self-guided tour, so you just walk around by yourself. I have done a tour like twice with a tour guide. Now the people that are the tour guides are either ex-prisoners or ex like wardens, nurses, people who used to work at the jail. So I have now had a tour by myself from an ex-prisoner and from an ex-warden, or what they call them, disciplinary people, jail officer type of thing. So I have now had the tour done from 3 different perspectives, and I just absolutely love it. I love learning about things like that. I'm so tempted to do the overnight laser tag for my 21st, but it's a bit pricey, so I'm just weighing up those options. And the third thing, which actually isn't anything you guys might be able to tell, but I've actually lost 5 kilos. I started at 90 point something. I didn't write it down, so I don't exactly know what I was, but I know I was 90 point something, and I am now down to 84 and a half. So kilos, that's not pounds, that's kilos or kilograms. So I have lost at least, I'm saying 5 kilos, might be 5.5, I don't know, because I don't know what the exact number was, but I now know I have lost at least 5 kilos. My doctor's super impressed, I'm very happy, and I'm just going to keep going the way that I am going, because I feel so much better exercising, and I just can't wait to finally one day be the size I should be, because I have pretty much, from the age of like 7 onwards, I have been overweight. So I've been overweight for the past 13 years, and I'm sick of it. And it's bad for your health, and it doesn't matter if I'm happy and comfortable with how I am at the moment, which I am, but health-wise, it's not a good choice. So I'm losing weight, and I'm so happy that I am actually losing weight this time. All the other times that I've tried, it just never worked, but it finally is, and I'm doing the exact same things I used to do. So I don't know why it's suddenly working now, but it is. Rightio, so I'm going to go through the favourites that are non-makeup items, and then I will go through the makeup items. So I have to say, one of my biggest favourites was actually this watch. Well, it's not really a watch, it's basically like a very basic, it's Target brand Fitbit. I forgot to mention this in my birthday haul, considering I was wearing it, but I've had it for like 2.5 weeks now, and it's almost like I've had it for a lifetime. I can sleep with it on. The only thing I don't do really is shower with it on or submerge it in water. It's water resistant but not waterproof. So it's almost like I've had it for a lifetime now, so I forgot to put it in the video. But my mum got me this for my birthday. She got me the pink one. It came in either pink, black or blue, I think. But basically there's a little button on the side. It tells you the time, the battery percentage, the steps that you've taken. So far I've done 3,409. Then you press it again and it tells you what kilometers that's equal to, the amount of calories you've burned, and the percentage of your goal, because I have an app on my phone which I will show you. So this is my phone screen and the app is right there. It's called KeyFit Pro or KeyFit. Because it's the app that works with this. I haven't actually loaded my data into it today. I had to start again because because I got a new phone, my data from my previous one didn't go across. So I've literally only got like one thing in there, but I've added everything back. So basically I turn my Bluetooth on the phone, it automatically connects, it's paired automatically, but I turn the Bluetooth on because I don't leave it on all the time. I then click this little sync button here and it'll sync it together and it'll tell me, so that circle will fill in depending on how much of your goal you've done. And then you click on your sleep, the steps, and basically over time it can tell you your pattern. So say you use it for a year, it can tell you what months you're more active, what months you're not active, and things like that. You can put it in sleep mode. It's measuring my steps, and basically me trying to achieve the goal that I've put in there is 9,000 steps a day. I have been able to achieve that most days, but there are some days like today. I went to TAFE today, so I actually sat down for 4 hours. So I won't achieve that number today, but I mean I usually get to about 8,000 normally, so 9,000 is a goal for me to get to. It's something I need to strive towards, and that includes my 40-minute to an hour walk of a day. So I mean, it's almost like me getting that goal is forcing me to go for my walks, forcing me to exercise, and I find it to be so much more motivating. Now I have something with a goal that's written down in there, that's not just like me writing it down on a piece of paper. It's actually showing me data and things like that. So I love this watch and I think it's amazing. And it's the slim one as well. It's got an adjustable wristband as well, so with my wrist, if my wrist gets smaller or bigger or whatever, you can adjust it. And yeah, it says it has a 5-day battery life, but I haven't charged it in like 10 days and it's still going strong. Second favourite is actually something I only got yesterday, and that's actually my new phone. I now have an iPhone 7. See, it says it's 25 past 5. And I just use the photos that come with it because I literally only got it yesterday. But I now have an iPhone 7 instead of the iPhone 5 SE that I used to have. I basically just upgraded because I can. I now have 20 gigabytes of data instead of just 1. But yes, I now have an iPhone 7. It's just the black one. It's the only one I had, which I didn't really care about the color. But yes, I now have an iPhone 7. I think it's fantastic. I really like it. It's honestly not much different to the one that I had, but I'm going to be selling my iPhone 5 SE. There's nothing wrong with it. I just am going to sell it. I couldn't trade it in to get money off my next bills because I originally got it as a white one and I dropped it and it shattered and the LCD broke, and when I went to get it fixed they only had black screens. I didn't get it fixed at the shop I bought it at. I got it fixed at an actual phone repair shop, so I had to get a black screen. So now I have modified it. So I couldn't trade it in to get money off my bills, but I'll sell it, so I might put that towards my bills or whatever anyway. My next favourite seems a little bit odd, and it's actually these basic hair clips. I bought these, no joke, like 4 years ago thinking, oh, they're so cute, they're $1. I bought them at Aldi and thought, oh, I'll use them, and I never ended up using them. But now that I have started to grow my fringe out, I have been using these so much. So I've got some taken off the bottom, which most of them are in my hair now, but I have like 1 or 2 more in my drawers. But I've been using these to either pin my fringe back, like I've got the top layer of my hair in a ponytail, but my fringe isn't long enough to go back, so I will pin it down with these clips or something else. Bobby pins don't stay in my hair. These are the type of clips that I need. These are the ones that stay in my hair, and they're actually really strong. They really work, and because they're such a dark brown, they basically just blend in with my hair. But I was going to throw them out because I was never using them, and then all of a sudden it's like I can't live without them. I used to lose these things like so much when I was younger. You could buy me an entire packet like this, and no joke, in like 3 days I'd only have 2 left. But now I'm like saving them, and I literally can't live without them. Like I put them in my hair or my wallet or something, even when I'm going to my dad's or something, because I just can't live without them. Most of the time my fringe is pinned to the side, is on the side. So when I go and like wash my face of a morning, I no longer need my headband. I'll just put my hair back in a ponytail and then clip my fringe to the side or at the top, and it works totally fine. So I no longer need my headband as well, which is great. My new pair of Asics Joggers are a favorite this month because they are just amazing. I still have my old pair, but the others were sort of more green and a darker orange. They're still neon colors, but they were more like orange, blue, green and things like that. These ones are just absolutely neon pink. This color that goes down the middle is like tennis ball color type of thing, that neon color. It's actually making it look super bright in my camera. But I find the bright colours are just so much like more happier. They make me so much happier when I'm exercising. It's like I look down, I see these bright colours, and the bright colours are like so nice and motivating. And it's like, because they're bright, I want to show them off and I want to wear them. So I want to go for a walk, because everywhere I go, I get compliments on them and that makes me feel good. Because I've never really had things that people would sit there and say, oh, I want that. I've never been someone that anyone's ever been jealous of for having something, because like now I have an iPhone 7. All of my friends have like the iPhone 8 Plus, or whatever the newest one is. And so even though I'm happy I just have a new phone, all of my friends are still so much further ahead of me. So that's what I've been like my whole life. And now that I have these, it's like people actually tell me they want them. I have had children stop me in the street and ask me, like, and tell me they love my shoes. They're a size 5, they fit me perfectly, they are super comfortable, and they're Asics. I know I can just basically buy a pair of Asics and walk out the store, and I don't need to buy inner soles, I don't need to buy anything else with them. They're just incredible. The new Doona cover that I have. In a second I will be showing you a clip of what it looks like, but I bought it from Big W. It was $9 and I'm so in love with it. It's basically like what I call tropical leaves. It is bright green and white. It's exactly what I've been wanting for years, because I think I'm going to aim my room more towards like plant-based now, like that, rather than the beach theme. Still keeping the lounge, but I'm doing a few other things to mix it up. So I absolutely love that Doona cover, and I'll insert a bit of footage right now. Like the look of that. The pillow that's on there is actually my rainbow zebra one. I just turned it around the other way. So I love the look of it, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and it looks amazing on my white bed. We have this new toothpaste, and I have never tried this one before, but I love it. It's not as whitening. It says advanced whitening with micro cleansing crystals. It's not as whitening as the Colgate one that's in the red tube. I think it's called their 3D white. Whatever, it's the red one that everyone likes. I think my mum just picked this up when we went shopping last week or whatever, but the flavour of this is like so much nicer than all the others I've ever had, and my teeth actually feel amazing when I clean them with this. So I've only used this like 3 or 4 times, but it's working really well. I'll have to see how well these whiten my teeth or whatever. If I would prefer to buy this one or the other one that we like, but so far it's just the fact that this one tastes so much better. Almost tastes like lollies, and it foams up so well that this morning I put like my normal amount of like stuff on. So this morning I put my normal amount of toothpaste on my toothbrush, and oh, it foamed up way too much. So I don't actually need as much with this as well, which is fantastic. My whole family uses this, or well, my mum and I use this because my brother doesn't clean his teeth. My last non-makeup item is actually the perfume I got for my birthday. I did receive this as a present. I didn't buy it, but I have been wanting this for like several months, and now that I have it, it's just as amazing as I thought it would be. It's beautiful. I'll put the notes and everything for it down below, but it's literally just everything that I wanted it to be. It smells feminine but not too feminine. It's not sugary sweet, but it's got almost like a vanilla scent. It doesn't have vanilla in it. It's got wood woody notes, it's got warm amber and things like that, which combined together give it like a real warm vanilla scent, as well as the butterfly orchid and the like floral base. It's just gorgeous. I have been complimented on this so many times since I have been wearing it, and it's like I mentioned, it's just literally everything I had looked for in a perfume. It doesn't smell like any of the others that I own at all, and that's why I like it so much, because it's just so different, and I absolutely love the colour of the bottle. I think it's gorgeous. Rightio, so now I'm going to move on to the few makeup items. I'm sure you can guess which ones are which, but let's just jump straight into it. So there's a brush here which I've had for months, and I'm probably... there's a brush here which I've had for years, and I'm sure I've put this in a favourites video before, but it's the Real Techniques buffing brush. Now, a lot of people think I have the fake ones, but I don't. I just literally never looked after these when I bought them. So the words rubbed off and like the rubber rubbed off, and I did not look after mine. I literally got them all wet and everything. It was just gross. I don't use this as a foundation brush because it's not quite dense enough for what I like, but I love it for bronzer. It's amazing. I literally don't have another use for this other than just bronzer. So as you can see, I've got quite a bit of bronzer on here, but it just blends my bronzer perfectly. I was using the E.l.f. complexion brush, but I have been using that to brush off my bakeage lately. I just grabbed that the first day I started baking. I just grabbed the complexion brush and just brushed it all off, and then I thought, oh crap, that's my bronzer brush. So I grabbed this one and started using it again, and honestly I don't even know why I stopped. Now that I bake my face, it like keeps my foundation in place, so when I'm using this brush to put bronzer on, I'm not like lifting up my foundation. Because it's slightly denser than most like bronzer brushes, it just blends everything beautifully. I need slightly more denser brushes to blend things, particularly on my face. And it's just the perfect size because I'm not going overboard. Because my face is quite fat and round, I need to be careful. If I put my bronzer too low, then it makes me look quite round. So I would rather be blending it and things like that, but I love this brush. I have a new favourite foundation combo, and it is the L'Oreal 24-Hour Matte Foundation mixed with my Maybelline Matte and Poreless. The lid's on backwards because I just put it on backwards. This is in the colour 110 Porcelain, and this is in the colour 11 Vanilla. Now, this is my go-to foundation now. It's just got amazing coverage. It looks really nice on my skin, and now that I bake, it actually lasts on my face. However, this shade lately, since I have been going for my walks and things, must have a little bit of a tan, because every time I have worn this alone the past couple of weeks, I've been told that I look super pale. Even when I load up on the bronzer, I've just been told I look like a freaking ghost. So I think next time, now that they've brought out those other shades in between, I might look for a slightly darker shade. But while I've got this, I'm obviously going to use it because this stuff is like nearly $20. So I'm going to keep using this. Particularly with summer coming up, it might be better for me to buy a slightly darker shade. So I thought, well, I could mix my Estee Lauder in with it, but I don't have enough to continuously mix with it. So I thought I'd mix some of this in because the shade of this is so wrong for me. This shade is just so wrong to be called the palest shade. This is the palest shade that is available in Australia, and it is so dark. I would almost classify this under the light, on the darkest end of the light to medium spectrum. It is super dark. However, this is one of the smoothest matte foundations I've ever used. It is just super nice. Like, it is pore blurring, and it doesn't make my face look heavy or dry no matter how much I apply. So I thought, well, this is a bit darker, slightly more pinky rosy. I'll mix them together and it's just a fantastic combo. I may have mentioned this in the past, but I can't remember. I don't go and look at my other videos. Basically, once my video's uploaded, I don't look at it unless someone comments on it. Unless I need to edit my description box if I upload it too late. But unless someone gives me a comments on a video, I don't go back and watch it. So this is an amazing combo. It looks super smooth. I'm actually wearing it on my face today. And it didn't make it look too heavy, it didn't make it look too gross. This sometimes can look a little bit too heavy, or if I have a lot of texture on my skin, which I do across my forehead and here right now, it can sort of emphasize that. So this is a thinner formula, and it just, I get the best of both worlds. This is really nice coverage. This has sort of light-ish coverage, but mixing them together, it's really good. And I just really liked it. I thought it looked really nice. The color is slightly dark, but I thought once I blended it down my neck, it was fine. I no longer look ghostly, so I might be mixing these together for quite a while now. I have a new favorite lip combo, and it is the e.l.f. matte lip color in Natural. I will put this all over my lips, basically like a normal lipstick. And then I will dab over the top the tiniest bit of the NYX High Voltage lipstick in the color Beam. So this is a super like neon bright pink. This is a natural color, but it is very pink based. So basically what I do, I will put this on like a lip liner and then but all over my lips, and then I'll just dab the tiniest bit of this over the top, and it creates like the most gorgeous, like everyday bright muted pink, if that makes sense. Because it is spring, I have been looking for a nice pink lip, even though I don't really suit pink. I've just been trying to find a nice one, and this is actually a really nice combo. I love both of the formulas of these, so it's great that I can use both of them, because I really don't wear this color on its own that much, but now that I found to mix it together with these two items, I really don't use this one on its own much either, because it's too like pink for what I use in a nude. But once I mix those two together, it's just like gorgeous. I only use a tiny bit of this, a really tiny bit, because they are quite pigmented, but when I mix it together, it just looks gorgeous. It's super hydrating, and it lasts quite a while as well, which is nice. I think I found my new favorite blush. I am wearing it today, although you might not be able to tell. I've had my makeup on for like 7 hours. This is the Colourpop Super Shock Cheek in the color Holiday. It is a matte blush. I bought this with my Colourpop haul. I had literally never tried anything this texture before, and I only wanted to buy one thing just in case I didn't like it. And I actually have to say, I think I'm going to buy a lot more of these, particularly for the face. I don't know how well my eyes will work with these. They seem to be a little bit too creamy, a little bit too creamy for me. I really only use powder eyeshadows. I do put Maybelline color tattoos on, but they are literally the only like creamy eyeshadow I've ever been able to use. The NYX jumbo eye pencils are amazing, but they crease so bad on my eyes, so I can't wear them. But this color blush is just gorgeous. I've worn it literally every day since I got it, and I think it's going to be an amazing color for the summer. It's going to be really nice for when I wear my self tanner as well, because it is neon enough. I can build it up and it just looks gorgeous on my face. The color's gorgeous and it blends in really well. Considering this is like a creamy formula, it doesn't actually like lift up my powder. It doesn't look funny over my powder, which is perfect for what I want. So I might be buying quite a few more of these one day. I have the Colourpop Ultra Glossy Lip in the color Fairy Floss. This I think has become my all-time favorite nude lip gloss color-wise. I have worn this like for the past 3 days in a row. I actually wore it this morning. I just wanted to match my eyes to my lips for this video, but I wore this morning over a lip liner, and I have worn it on its own, and I wore it over a lipstick, and it really doesn't last on my lips. Now I know it's a lip gloss, but it doesn't last on my lips at all. Like, it really just dissolves and disappears after like 2 hours. So I don't know if that's because it's a thin formula, but because it's so cheap, I don't mind reapplying, and the color is so nice that I am willing to reapply it because I absolutely love it. It's not like my NYX butter glosses where I can put them on and they just stay. This doesn't, because it's a lot more of a thin formula. I find too with a couple of my lip liners, it's actually making them break down. I put them over the top of a liquid lipstick as well, and it made it like break down. So I have to still figure out my perfect way to wear this, but the color is just gorgeous and it is super creamy. It's not sticky, but it's mainly just the color. I think I have found my absolutely perfect lip gloss. It doesn't smell like anything, it doesn't taste like anything either, which is a bonus. My last two products that I love are probably no surprise, and they are both the Colourpop and Kathleen Lights palettes. I am wearing the Dream Street palette today. I basically used the color Magical like high up in my crease and as a transition shade. I used the color Spark as my main color in my crease, and I put the tiniest bit of Potion just to make it look a little bit more red rather than that watermelon shade. And I put my Maybelline Colour Tattoo in Barely Branded on my lid with the shade Sweet Dreams over the top. I have only used Sweet Dreams as the metallic shade out of this palette so far, and I found that it really needs either MAC Fix Plus or a base underneath, otherwise it's quite crumbly and not super pigmented, and it's sort of worn off on my eyes as well. But I think it's just a gorgeous colour. It's just a perfect like middle rose gold shade. And I have the colour Moony on my inner corner, sorry. And I got the colour Elfish as like my lip liner, my eyeliner, a little tiny bit smudged. But I wanted like a really bright colour look today. So that's what I did today. But the eyeshadows in here are just amazing. The colour blends out super, super well. I can't wait to use the colour Kaleidoscope. I've literally just been playing around with these for like the past 3 days. Today's Thursday and I only received these on Monday. And the other palette is the Zodiac palette. I still haven't taken the plastic off the mirror, and I'm just going to hold it upside down so that I don't blind you guys. But this is the palette that I tried in my Colourpop try-on haul, which I will be uploading tonight. And I haven't used this one as much just because this one's got slightly more day-to-day looks, but I can't wait to play with this one. The colours that I have used in this is the Taurus, the Virgo, the Aries, and the Sagittarius. Those are the colours that I used. I can't wait to actually try a look with the Capricorn. I was thinking today as I was driving to my TAFE class of a look I could do with that. Like all the colours in here I will use at one point or another as well, which is why I bought it. I don't think any of these colours are going to look bad on my skin tone or my eyes, which is what I really like. I like the fact that the colour Pisces is more blue than green because I have green eyes, so I like the fact it's more blue than green. But the formulas of these are just absolutely out of this world. They blend even better than some of my like high-end eyeshadows. I don't know if it's because I've had my Kat Von D palette for like 3.5 years, but these seem to blend better than that. But I just cannot wait to buy more of these palettes. I honestly think that these ones, the Colourpop palettes, will be taking over my life from now on. But stay tuned and subscribe for a lot more tutorials using these. I won't just be using these in the next couple of videos or for the next while. I will mix them up a little bit, but I think these are going to turn out to be two of my favourite palettes of all time. Now I have two products which are actually from my Colourpop haul, which I wasn't super impressed with. One of them is mainly just the colour and the other one is actually the formula. So the one that's just the colour is my lipstick in Appy. This looked like it was so much more pale online, and it's like the brightest orange terracotta shade I think I've ever had in my life. When I tried it on the other day, the colour looked absolutely terrible, but the formula was insane. So I think I mentioned in that video and my birthday video, I'm not sure, but if you guys know of what the palest nude is from Colourpop, even if it's a lippy stick, not a lipstick, please let me know because I don't want to be buying all of them. But the packaging feels super luxurious. The formula feels absolutely luxurious. I love the star pattern that's in it. It was super creamy, super, super opaque and hydrating and amazing, even though my lips were insanely dry. But it's just the colour I'm disappointed in because it looked like it was supposed to be this shade online, which is why I bought it. And obviously it's not. It's almost like straight up orange. And the last product is actually the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. This is in the shade Fair 2 and I love this colour now. When I bought it, I thought it was too pale, too white. I should have bought a darker shade. But I actually really like it now because when I'm fair, it's really highlighting. But I don't like this like as much as I thought I would. I like it a little bit better today, but I have tried just setting it, I have tried not setting it, I have tried baking with it now, and all 3 times I blended it in with a sponge. So I still have to try multiple ways of blending this in, but it just looks too dry on my under eyes, and it is not as high coverage as everyone says it is. And I've tried putting some extremely hydrating cream under my eyes. I have tried no eye cream, and yeah, it still creases really bad. It looks super textured in here. And yeah, it does look really super heavy and textured and gross on my forehead at the moment. It actually looked really nice over my nose and my chin, but it looked really bad on my forehead and under my eyes. It just looked super dry, and I don't really have dry under eyes as such, so I don't know if I will have to mix this with some of my drier concealers so that I can lighten them with this and make it matte so it sets. I think that might be something I will try. I will also try blending it in with a brush to see if that's better, but at the moment it just looks really dry on my face, super heavy, and it's not as good coverage as I thought it would be. So that was the end of the video, guys. I really need to actually go and quickly make dinner. I hope you really enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. The products I mentioned will be in the description box down below, as well as my social media sites. While you're checking them out, hit the subscribe button that's in the corner right down there, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.